So you remember moving through the first level, which is?
Healing wounds, and there were problems.
Right. And then the second level is changing belief systems, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And now you're saying you're sort of at the third level, which is very noticeably different, which is sort of, as we call it, sort of surfing the energy waves kind of thing.
Yes.
So is your question, how do you know which one you're in? So what are some of the characteristics? So we're using our example of neighborhood. So how do you know when you're in the neighborhood of healing the wound, healing the neighborhood, or the neighborhood of changing belief system, neighborhood of surfing the waves?
Yes, I guess as a, I'd like to recognize these in other people.
Ah, okay, okay, got it. So yeah, let's use our neighborhood example. So there's 3 neighborhoods. Let's say the first one is healing the wound. So we're focused on healing the wound. That is, we move through that. Not that we never go back to it. We move through that. We move to a neighborhood that we're calling changing belief systems. Yep. Then we move to a neighborhood that is sort of beneath all that, which is sort of surfing the energy waves. And simply, that when we're there, what we're doing is we don't have to necessarily heal a wound or change the belief system, because we've gained the skill to simply not activate it. And if it's not activated, or if we're not continually activating it, then it's basically inert. It's our example of the good old electric fence that keeps cows in. As long as you don't touch the fence, it doesn't bother you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for me, how I would recognize it, of course, recognizing in ourselves and others, kind of same thing, just a bit different.
Yep.
So somebody who is in stage 1, let's go stages. So stage 1, which is healing the wound. So listen to what they talk about. So what's the flavoring of the speech, right? And so this one here, I would think these are the ones there's going to be, and I'm just kind of making stuff up almost, but sort of the healing ceremonies. I am nurturing myself from a place of healing, right? So there's something in me that's wounded, if you will. And so my attention is focused on healing the wound. So it's very almost introspective in many ways. Okay. It is, yeah, we're focused, and this is the wrong word, but we're focused on fixing something that we've identified or perceived as being broken.
Okay.
So that's kind of the flavoring of their speech. So and probably in that spot, they're going to tend to be looking to the past.
Oh, that's true.
So they're going to be talking about a dysfunctional relationship that they were in that they're now in the process of healing. They're going to talk about some physical issues they've been managing, dealing, controlled by for the last 2 days, 2 months, 20 years. Now they're in the process of healing. So, okay, so they tend to focus on the past, which isn't a bad thing in the beginning, right? You start, right? So I think if I could give it one characteristic, the characteristic is they tend to focus on the past, but from a perspective of healing, not reliving it.
Okay. Perspective of healing.
And I think that's an important clarifier.
Yes.
Because so many people focus on the past, but not from a place of healing. It's a place from whack, whack, whack over the head with a stick, right? I'm such an idiot. I've let this go on for so long. Things are never going to change. Oh yeah, here it is again. All that kind of stuff. To me, yeah, you're focusing on the past, not from a place of releasing, it's from a place of reliving. So the first step almost is going from a place of reliving the past to releasing the past, which is healing the wounds.
Yes. 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 Perfect.
That makes sense.
Yep. Absolutely.
So then as we move through that, and as we've talked about before, it's not like once we leave this neighborhood, we never go back, right?
That's right.
There's times we visit it, right?
Yeah.
But we learn, and it's a really good question, because we learn how to identify when we're in that spot, and then we use the tools that we've learned how to use to manage. Okay, I'm in this neighborhood. Okay, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to go, oh my God, I'm going backwards, whatever. I'm going to go, this is where I'm at. So now let's use the tools. Just use the tools. So then as we move then to the changing of belief systems. And I really do think stage 1 is required to move to stage 2, because there needs to be, so you think of the belief systems as this big brick wall, and each brick is a wound. So I think if you just go, I'm just starting down this path and I'm going to go right to stage 2 and I'm going to destroy these brick walls, you're probably going to get a lot of bruises on your head, because those brick walls are pretty strong. So in order to be able to manage our way through them, to tear them down, if you will, there needs to be, do I want to say need? Yeah, I can say need. Needs to be some healing, because as we heal the wound, one of those bricks is taken out of the wall. So the integrity of the wall starts to disintegrate, if you will. Because if you try to hit it without doing that, you're just doing this. But you start to degrade the integrity of this wall.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yes.
And so then now we can start to go, okay, so now this wall, it does have some gaps, some holes, and to use my old brick wall analogy, the brick is missing. So now I can look through the wall to what's on the other side of it, because at the beginning, all you see is the wall. You don't see past it. But each time you heal a wound, the brick comes out, and if you get enough of those, now that brick wall doesn't seem so impenetrable.
Yes.
Now you can look through it and get a glimpse. Yes, there is something on the other side. Yes. So this is going to be somebody that now they're sort of turning their focus to, okay, so now I'm able to see, really, in so many ways. I'm able to see where I want to go.
Yep.
And it's going to take some work to get there. I mean, this wall is still pretty big. I got a couple of bricks out that I can see through, but I'm not going to get my butt through that hole yet. Right. So I need to take bricks out. I need to do this. I need to do that. A lot of studying is involved. I think sometimes even, again, sort of managing and mentoring this process of tearing this wall down. And here's the difference between 2 and 3. I'm tearing the wall down so that I can go through the wall. So basically, the wall isn't there anymore.
Yes, that's right.
Right, and that works. Now, I think though, why stage 3 is so valuable is that takes a long time. Well, it takes longer, I should say, because you got these walls, and that's great in the beginning. But then we're designed to grow and expand and evolve at an accelerated pace, not an accelerated velocity, not constant. So this is good, but it's not about getting up to 60 miles an hour and staying there. It's getting 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Yes, yes.
And I think that then what happens is, as we kind of get some of those walls, we get some momentum going, we're looking to the future, but it's work, and we're doing this, and we're doing these processes, and doing all this kind of stuff, and that's perfect. We're going, so when we're moving through those walls,
yes,
we're going through the discomfort to get to the comfort. We're going through, if you will, what we don't want, which is the wall, to get through to what we do want, which is the thing on the other side of the wall.
Yes.
Which works.
Yes.
Right? It works. I mean, it takes some time. It works, right? Yeah. And there are some limitations, if you will, right? Because, here's another wall. Okay, it's going to take some time, tear this down, this type of thing.
Yeah.
So then when we move to, so stage 2 almost is maybe the most complex one.
Oh.
See, because in stage 1, we don't know much.
No, nope, that's right.
Stage 2, now we're starting to get smart. We're learning this stuff, and we're studying this stuff, and we're doing this stuff. So it gets quite complex. So stage 1 is very simple.
Yes.
Stage 2 is very complex. Not that it's bad. Stage 2 is complex. Then we move to stage 3. Stage 3, we go back to simple again.
Yes, that's true, isn't it?
But in order to get to stage 3, you do need to move stage 1 through stage 1 and stage 2, because you don't have, well, first of all that momentum that you're building, and the knowledge is valuable. I mean, knowing that now in stage 3 for us, these belief systems are not brick walls we have to tear down. They're now stored momentum.
Yeah.
that really doesn't affect us as long as we don't activate it.
Yes. Okay.
And I think that's the difference. In stage 3, we've identified that this wall, it's still a wall, but it only limits or affects us when we're activating it. If we don't activate it, we're then able to it becomes inert in so many ways. Again, it's like a hot stove. You know the stove is hot, but you know if I don't touch it, it really doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
And then of course you also know that there's also these pockets of stored momentum or stored energy that actually, and now we move back to, I want to feel good. My whole hashtag, I want to feel good project. Because why? Because that's our focus. In the beginning, I have these things, some of these things that hurt, wounds, I need to heal. Stage 2, I've got these walls, I'm breaking through them. Stage 2, I just want to feel good.
Yes.
Why? Because when I feel good, I am not activating this stored momentum, the belief systems, and I'm actually activating the good feeling related to this stored momentum that I'm building, related to what I do want, what I do like. And we gain that ability through our body, which is a primary indicator of which one am I activating in this moment.
Yes.
So we really do surf those energy waves, if you will. And that's when time, almost in so many respects, becomes a non-issue.
Yep.
It's not about time, and it's always back to simple. It's about what am I feeling right now? Right in this moment, right now. Because the creative flow, as we've talked about a lot, which gives form to everything, is a present moment, real time function. So this creative flow that gives form to everything that we see around us only listens to what we're feeling right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. That's why your focus is always, how am I feeling right now? Are the thoughts that I'm thinking right now causing me to feel good? Am I doing something right now that caused me to feel good? Here's my protein shake. As I drink that, it feels good. If I'm feeling good, that means I'm not activating any of those pockets of stored momentum that do not serve me anymore, that limit me, that all that kind of stuff, those belief systems, and I'm open the door to then being able to activate, and this is the whole surfing thing, to activate those pockets, which is our desires, that do feel good.
Yes.
Somebody like that, on the surface, they may, and these are just words I'm sort of picking. They may seem irresponsible.
Ooh.
They may appear to be lazy.
Yes.
They may also appear to be childlike.
Yes.
And these are just some words that I'm kind of picking, right? And the reason I say that is because you may look at them and you go, well, you've got these responsibilities because you're an adult. You've got these responsibilities, and why you kind of be out there. So the stage 2 people, so stage 1 people look at the stage 3 people and go, "You lucky bugger." Man, must be nice. I'm being facetious now, but the stage 1 people look at the stage 3 people and go, "Man, it would sure be. Man, look at that. They just seem to flow effortlessly. Life must have always been good for them." There we go.
Yes.
The stage 2 people look at the stage 3 people and go, "You dirty buggers."
Yeah.
Here I am breaking my butt, working this belief, and you're just sitting there enjoying your stupid protein shake in the sun, and you just expect everything to kind of show up.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so often when we look at those people, and I mean, yes, there are lazy people that are just sitting around watching TV or whatever. I'm not saying that isn't the case, and I think that's that misperception, is see people like that. I would go, you just expect all good things to come to you, right? Well, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
And in one respect, that's true. But in the other respect, when you're surfing these energy waves, you go, well, I actually do. But the reason I can expect these good things to happen to me is I've gained the skill to know how to navigate to them.
Yes.
So it's not being really lazy at all. It's learning the mechanics of creation, as I like to call them, and learning how to leverage that instead of doing it all ourselves. It's a difference between paddling your canoe across this huge lake or putting it in a river with a current. Same canoe, same water. But in the lake, you're working all the time. You get it into the current, and then the current carries you. So you're not being lazy. You're just using your knowledge, your experience, to leverage these energy flows, and then you're just riding them. The person that is in stage 3 doesn't talk a lot about the past. Nope. They don't talk a lot about the future. What they will do is they'll notice crazy things. Wow. I bought some new frozen fruit
the other day.
And boy, this tastes really good. Right. Right, they'll go, oh, wow. Oh, look at the bird. Oh, that's cool. Or they'll go, man, I'm sitting out having coffee. Oh, man, this feels good. Isn't that? And they got the Starbucks has got new cups. Their new cups are coolest. And you're going, well, what are you talking about? There's all these troubles you got to fix and all these stuff you have to plan. And you got to, haven't you done your visualization today and all this kind of stuff? And we're just going, yeah, it's a really nice thing.
The other day, I thought, wow, the sky is really pretty blue.
Well, exactly. And you see, and people go, well, what the heck are you doing, man? You've got to be stage 2ers go, yeah. What do you mean you haven't visualized for half an hour today? Yes. How do you expect things to happen if you haven't visualized? Stage 3 people go, well, I do like to visualize, but just because it feels good to do it. I'm feeling good right now, so I may visualize or I may not, but I'm feeling good.
Yes.
The stage 2, I kind of pick it on stage 2. Stage 2 people get really freaked out when they feel uncomfortable.
Oh, how so? Why?
Stage 2 people, they go, oh, I'm thinking a negative thought because I'm feeling tension, so I need to do something about that negative thought. Oh, I need to visualize, need to do this, need to do this, got to do this. Oh, God, right? Yeah. Stage 3 people don't care that much. Stage 3 people, when they know they've activated something that is causing them to feel uncomfortable, don't freak out.
That's true. 2
reasons. First of all, they've learned that freaking out is the worst thing you can do because then you're just activating it more and more and more.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yes.
And the second one is they really don't care near as much because they know that if they just do whatever they can do to feel good or feel a little less worse, whatever, that just naturally they'll stop activating this, which means naturally they'll start to activate some things that feel good. Done deal.
Yes.
I think that's probably one of the biggest identifiers of when you're hanging out in stage 3 is you still feel uncomfortable. You still feel those emotions we're going to label as negative or whatever, but you don't get freaked out about them.
Yeah.
Because you know that this flow always goes and carries you into well-being. And so you feel them, you allow yourself to feel them. I was just coaching an individual last night, and he's young, he's a grade 10.
Okay.
And he just got laid off from his job.
Oh.
And he felt like crap. I said, okay, so feel like crap. You're going to feel like crap. It is what it is, so feel like crap. But there's going to come a time when you're going to stop feeling like crap, and now you're going to move forward.
Yes.
See, the stage 2 people go, I feel like crap. I have to change that. I have to change that. I have to change that because I'm doing all this kind of stuff. But you see, stage 3 people would say, I feel like crap. So I'm going to feel like crap. I'm not going to feed on it. I'm not going to try and change it. If I feel like crap, I feel like crap. I'm going to do whatever I can. If a protein shake, if that kind of helps, right? If, I don't know, watching TV, whatever. Yep. But I'm not going to fuel it. I'm not going to get freaked out that I'm there.
Yes.
I'm just going to let it run its course. And I think that's the thing. If you let it run its course, it will lose its momentum and back you go again. But if you get freaked out about it and you try and fix it, you end up activating it. And then you go, man, stage 2. Man, I've been trying to get through this stuff and it's so difficult, it's so challenging, and I've got that I'm kind of being satirical now, I guess. And I got my shadow self and I got to fix, and I got my karma I got to fix, and I got all this stuff I got to fix. Right? And they go, and it's hard and it's difficult. And it is, but they don't realize why it is.
Yes. Yes.
It is because they keep activating it.
Yes.
They keep activating it, which keeps prolonging it. Stage 3 goes, they feel like crap, and that's okay.
Yep.
Because if you just let it go, in a relatively short period of time, it will lose momentum, because if you're not activating it, you're not feeding it. Stage 1, reliving the wound, right? You're not reliving it. It'll lose momentum, and then with really very little effort, you'll start to navigate back towards feeling better. Plus, with very little effort, now you can start to visualize so it feels good. Do things that cause you to feel good, because now it feels good, because now you're in that flow again.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. I like that very much.